Have you ever wondered what it is you actually give away in a publishing deal, or this thing called grant of rights? Find out next, coming up on the Music Money Makeover Show. What is going on, everybody? My name is Casey Graham. Welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. I have since cut out the episode numbers. Thank you for watching a lot of season 2. We're just going to keep the shows rolling. And as you can see, I got the scruffy beard going on with the COVID-19 beard, in the house quarantine beard going on. Technically, really, I haven't been in the house at all, but whatever. I don't care. Anyway, so check it out. This episode is about the grant of rights in a publishing deal. All right. It's a new series I think I'm going to get going. I'm going to call this Publishing Deals Explained, Grant of Rights. All right. So inside a publishing deal, there may be up to 6 rights that you give away. All right. That you are lawfully given, or that is lawfully written in the Constitution, especially in the United States, that are the rights that you get in the copyright. What are those copyrights? How are they written in the contract? And how can you expect to find those things? All right. Or where can you expect to find those things within the contract? So let me give you those 6. All right. So you're going to get the right of performance. You're going to get the right of reproduction, the right of distribution, the right of public display, the right of digital performance, and the right to derivative works. Okay. All of these 6 rights make up everything in a record deal and a publishing deal. But since we're dealing with publishing deals today, we'll only focus on the composition, Form PA, the publishing deal itself, the lyric and the melody of the song. And that's what we're going to deal with today. All right. So let me piece it out first before I read you the actual contract. Okay. Now, and keep in mind, this is coming from a full publishing deal, 50-50 deal. This is not a administration 20% deal, a collection deal, none of that. All right. This is a full-fledged publishing deal, all the fixings, the works. All right. So we're going to give away all 6 of those rights in the deal. Okay. The publisher is going to come in and take it, but in exchange for that, they're going to work incredibly hard on your behalf to make sure that you get all the money that you can and all the juice that you can out of your song. Okay. So let's jump in. The things that you're going to give away are, or that you have to give rights away to, not necessarily just giving them away, but you have to get the rights and permission to use these couple things here. You have to give the rights and permissions and grant these things to the publisher for the title, the words or lyrics, the music, which is the melody. All right. You're going to have to do that for the entire composition. Now, why did I separate these things? For clarity, I'm just separating them, right? Because when I read the contract, you're going to hear all of it together, okay? You're going to give away the rights to the music, all right? That's everything in whole. You're going to give away all 6 of those rights that I listed in the beginning of the video, okay? Also, from there, you're going to have a special permission, and I want to see if you can catch it. If you don't, I'm going to list it anyway, all right? Now, in doing this, in granting these rights to the publisher, you have to give away a couple more pieces of permission, all right? And that's the right to renew and extend the term on these copyrights. So if you notice from my other videos, the copyright is the life of the copyright plus 70 years in the United States, okay? And someone has to be there to renew those extensions, all right? So if you die at 25, then it's going to go another 70 years. After that, hopefully the publishing company has not sold the publishing, and then they will go and renew on your behalf because you granted them that. Now, you don't have to grant them that, okay? This is a very basic lifelong publishing deal. All publishing deals are not lifelong. Sometimes they're on terms of 10 years, all right? But even if you're on term, a lot of times you're still going to grant these renewal and extensions in the deal, because when you hop in bed with a publisher, you're in bed for life on those songs, okay? All right? Not a lifetime deal. It's just that the publisher, if they're going to do a lot of hard work to exploit the record in the front end, then on the back end, they should still continue to get paid, especially if it turns into a hit record, okay? Now, let's keep going. Another thing that the publishers are going to want are the rights to register, let's say, derivative works, remixes, works that take your song, this particular one that they're going to do a deal on, and someone samples it. They want the right to either get publishing for that or register the copyrights for that and be involved in that. Okay, and I don't blame them. I mean, if they're going to take the time to work their record to make it something and someone wants to sample it, sure, they should get a piece of that. Sure, they should take care of those things. So they want to make sure that they can get any and every piece of whatever it is with revenue that they can actually get. All right. Now, to sort of blanket license, if you know what that means, just lay a blanket over everything. In order to get any and all other rights that you may have, they may use that phrase, any and all other. Okay. So any and all other could mean the public performance rights. It could also mean dramatization. The main thing that you can give any and all other rights to is synchronization. Synchronization is a special part of the publishing world where you maybe can give someone one song here, another song there. You can take your synchronization rights and you can say, hey, you can only get a part of the upfront sync money and that's it. You may say, hey, you only get the rights to sync this song for a certain amount of years, and then I'll go and take my rights over to someone else and give them the permission to exclusively do it for a certain amount of years. You may want your sync to be non-exclusive. It's whatever you choose, all right? But the thing is, these are the any and all other exceptions to the rules of the actual 6 original rights in the copyright. Now, I know you've been waiting, so I'm going to read this contract off to you. Obviously, I can't look at the camera and remember everything that's in the contract, but let me give it to you and then you will begin to see where these rights lie. All right, so check it out. Composer hereby sells, assigns, conveys, grants, and transfers irrevocably and exclusively to publisher its successors and assigns the original musical composition written and composed by composer presently entitled whatever your song is. Now, in these first couple sentences, you notice that I said that the composer will irrevocably give over these things to the publisher, right? Exclusively to the publisher and its successors. So that means that if the publisher decided to sell the contract to a different publisher, or they go under and they don't have any more money to hold the asset, they can then now sell it to another person, all right? And assign, that's what it means, okay? So let me keep going. Including without limitation the title, remember I said that earlier, words and music thereof, all copyrights therein and thereto throughout the universe, all right, for the full term of the copyright. And that means the full term of the rights of copy that you get from the U.S. government, okay? And for any renewals or extensions thereof. Remember I said renewals and extensions because you have to renew your copyright after the 70 years after you die. Remember that. All right? Under any present or future laws throughout the universe. All right? Because they're saying that because they don't know if laws will change. All right? The right to secure copyright registration and protection in the composition. All right? So they want to be the ones to register the copyright. And I think on the publisher's behalf, rightfully so. I feel like they should do that. Should be able to do that. All right? Because you're so busy making music in the studio that you need someone else to handle it for you. Okay? And they have the right to do this in any arrangements, adaptations, or other versions thereof, and in any works derived therefrom. That's the derivative works right there. And any and all other rights relating to the composition, including without limitation public performance. Remember I said the any and all other rights? All right. Printing and publication rights. That's the display right there. That's the right to public display. Mechanical and electrical reproduction rights and transmissions. All right. Remember that right there is the mechanical royalty. All right. Dramatization rights. Now that's like if someone wants to take these lyrics and put it into a theatrical type of performance where they are writing a play based on the actual subject matter of the song and the lyrics itself and the story matter of it. And also the synchronization. All right. Synchronization rights are a special thing. You gotta be careful with that. You gotta make sure that someone is actually skilled and actually doing synchronization. Otherwise, you'll give it to someone who's not really gonna sync for you. Which composer has now or could have had if this agreement had not been entered into. So they're just trying to cover themselves to make sure that they can get everything. Okay? So that they're covered and they're good for life. Now, here's the bonus one. Composer hereby grants irrevocably to publisher, its successors, and assigns the right in perpetuity to use and to permit others to use throughout the universe composer's name, both legal and professional or alias, and whether presently or hereafter used by composer, likeness, or other identification and biographical material concerning composer for purposes of trade and otherwise without restriction in connection with the composition and any uses thereof, and in connection with publisher's music business to or to refrain therefrom. All right? So, as you can see, we gave the publisher 6 rights to copy and the permission to use your name and likeness. All of these can be negotiated, can be added or taken out, however you choose, and it's really your world. They're just trying to live in it, you know? So, don't be scared of these publishing deals. They can be a really good thing. This is just one deal. This is one deal, and I wanted to read this grant of rights so that you understood every piece of copyright that there actually is and that could actually be locked into a contract. All right? So anyway, where can you find out more on how to exploit these 6 rights? I'm glad you asked. You could actually find out from my new ebook, and it'll be listed right in the link below, okay? It is The Musician's Self-Publishing Guide number 1. Number 1. I hit you with a number 1 because I got several of these lined up. The Musician's Self-Publishing Guide. Number 1. All right? How to properly set up your publishing company. And this is not a fly-by-night, set up your PRO and your company and you're good. No, I actually break it down telling you why you want to set up the LLC for the company, keeping things separate. I'm actually breaking down how to exploit your works on those 6 rights of copy and giving you examples so your mind is not stuck on, I'm going to make something and put it on Spotify and YouTube and that's it. I'm giving you so much in this ebook. There's so much more to come. I have so much to write about, and I'm so full of information that's way deeper than all you need to know about the music business. Okay? So click that link below. Check it out, download it, make the purchase, and I promise you won't be disappointed in it. It will actually probably boost your income, off the top. I'm sure of that because you can now see so many ways you can. I'm going to help in that book. I can help you bring a lot of the cash that you left out there into your pocket. So download the book, check it out, do some of those steps in the book, and I promise you you'll start seeing more revenue come into your pocket that you left out in the dark and for it to enter the black box. Okay? Now that's another subject I have to get on. Anyway, that's been today's episode. Thank you for watching the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey, and also download the free checklist in the link below as well. I will definitely appreciate that. All right? Talk to you soon. Peace.